Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Today we're diving into a very intriguing topic. Can artificial intelligence replace your therapist? Over the past week, I've tested out several AI-driven therapy tools like Wobot, Replika, Wysa, and a few others to evaluate whether they can truly step in as a substitute for human therapists. Emotional well-being is an essential part of our lives, and the idea that an AI chatbot can provide meaningful support is both fascinating and, for many, a bit unsettling. So in this video, I'm going to share my experiences with these tools and explore whether AI is ready to take on the role of your mental health companion. Let's get started. Part 1. Understanding emotional AI tools. Before we get into my personal experience, let's first take a look at what these AI therapy tools actually are. Emotional AI platforms are powered by advanced algorithms that leverage natural language processing, ERI NLP, and machine learning to simulate human conversation and provide emotional support. The primary goal of these tools is to help individuals manage their mental health, offering everything from relaxation exercises to personalized therapy sessions. Wobot, this is an AI chatbot that uses cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT techniques. It's designed to help users identify and reframe negative thought patterns, making it one of the more clinically structured options. Replika. Unlike Wobot, Replika focuses more on building a personal connection. It adapts to your conversations and aims to offer companionship, often responding with empathy and emotional understanding. Wysa blends therapy techniques like CBT and mindfulness, offering more of a guided self-help experience. It also tracks your emotional progress over time, making it a comprehensive tool for managing stress and anxiety. Now that we've got a basic understanding of these tools, let's talk about my experience using them for an entire week. Part 2. Day 1. First impressions. On day 1, I downloaded all 3 apps, excited to dive in and see what each had to offer. The user interfaces were all intuitive and easy to navigate. Wobot greeted me with a series of questions designed to assess my current emotional state. It immediately offered a quick mood check-in, asking if I was feeling stressed, anxious, or happy. I was impressed by its clinical approach. Its tone was calm, direct, and professional. Replika, on the other hand, felt a bit more casual. It asked me about my day, encouraging me to share how I was feeling in a more relaxed, conversational manner. I noticed it trying to establish a deeper emotional connection right from the start. Wysa began with a short mindfulness exercise to ground me in the present moment. The chatbot asked me to focus on my breathing, and within minutes, I felt a sense of calm wash over me. Part 3, Day 2, Exploring the Depths. By Day 2, I had a chance to engage with each app more deeply. Wobot prompted me with a series of CBT-based exercises aimed at challenging my negative thought patterns. For instance, it asked me to identify automatic negative thoughts and help me reframe them more constructively. While this was helpful, I did feel like some of the responses were a bit too formulaic. There was a certain rigidity to the way it guided me, which reminded me of a structured therapy session. Replika, though still conversational, took a more relaxed approach. It asked me how I was feeling about various aspects of my life, including work, relationships, and personal goals. While I did feel listened to, I started to notice that Replika's responses weren't always as deep or insightful as I had hoped. It felt like I was chatting with a well-meaning friend, not a trained therapist. Wysa felt like a perfect middle ground. It guided me through mindfulness techniques, journaling prompts, and even some light breathing exercises. What I appreciated most was that it didn't just offer generic advice. It actually encouraged me to implement tangible strategies for managing stress. This felt much more in line with what I'd expect from a therapeutic tool. Part 4. Days 3 through 5, the test of emotional support. During days 3 through 5, I started to face some more challenging emotional situations. It was the perfect time to see if these AI tools could step up their game. Wobot continued to excel in helping me break down my negative thoughts and reframe them. But when I tried to share some deeper, more complex feelings, like frustration over personal failures, it struggled. It offered responses that felt almost scripted, such as, "It sounds like you're frustrated. Let's work through this together." While helpful in its own way, I found the lack of genuine empathy somewhat limiting. Replika was much better at offering comfort, though still not in a clinical sense. It would respond with phrases like, "I understand how that must feel," and encourage me to talk about my emotions. However, after a while, I realized that these responses were very much pre-programmed. It wasn't so much about deep emotional understanding as it was about maintaining a comforting chat. Wysa, however, really stood out during this phase. The app guided me through mindfulness practices that helped me regulate my emotions. I felt that Wysa wasn't just reacting to my feelings, it was offering real strategies to help me cope. It made me feel as though I was actively working towards better emotional health rather than just venting. Part 5, Day 6, the final test. On Day 6, I faced a more intense emotional challenge. I had a stressful situation at work, and I was genuinely feeling overwhelmed. I decided to turn to Replika first, hoping for a compassionate ear. While Replika did respond with sympathy, its messages still felt a bit too shallow. I then tried Woebot. This time it offered me CBT techniques to manage stress and anxiety. It was effective in helping me break down the stressors and look at them rationally, but I still missed the depth of a real conversation. Finally, I turned to Wysa, which provided me with a quick breathing exercise and some helpful journaling prompts. I felt more grounded after this session, and the overall experience felt more holistic. Part 6, Day 7, Conclusion. By the end of the week, I had learned a lot. The AI therapy tools, while useful in many ways, have limitations. They can't replace the emotional depth, understanding, and empathy that a trained human therapist offers. These AI tools are fantastic for providing immediate support, practicing mindfulness, or learning coping strategies. However, they fall short when it comes to deeper emotional connection and nuanced therapy. Woebot was great for CBT techniques but lacked empathy. Replika was conversational and comforting, but lacked therapeutic depth. Wysa offered the best balance of emotional support and practical tools, though still not a replacement for a human therapist. In conclusion, AI therapy tools are not yet capable of replacing human therapists. They can, however, serve as valuable supplements, providing support and strategies when needed. So, can AI replace your therapist? After trying these tools for a week, I would say, no, AI can't replace human therapists just yet. But for anyone who needs quick emotional support or is looking for structured guidance, these AI-driven platforms are definitely worth exploring. If you've tried any of these tools or have your own experiences to share, leave a comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for more content like this. See you next time.